Hello NBA fans, every day we have news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan and I'm counting on you to subscribe to the channel and leave your losing a star player to a team, and for free, is something that happens in the NBA when a player becomes a free agent. Austin Reaves is a favorite among Lakers fans, but he declined a contract extension, wanting to earn more money, so he will be a free agent in 2026. Because of this, the Lakers would be better off trading him for another great player and bringing star Lauri Markkanen to the Lakers, who is athletic, strong, skilled, and a great scorer, and has improved significantly in the NBA. Lauri Markkanen will be a perfect fit to pair with Luka Doncic for many years. A big trade suggestion that could happen. Lakers acquire Lauri Markkanen in exchange for Austin Reaves. The Los Angeles Lakers have made some big moves over the past year, with the Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic trade midway through last season being at the forefront. The acquisition of Doncic has led to speculation that LeBron James is no longer the team's top priority, as Luka could be the cornerstone of the franchise moving forward. If true, the Lakers' supporting cast may be catered toward the 26-year-old superstar rather than James. Building toward the future may be in Los Angeles' best interest, presuming Doncic is with the club for the long haul. So, this recent trade proposal gets Luka the help he needs for long-term success. All conversations around the Lakers seem to be revolved around whether or not LeBron James is going to be moved, which still seems unlikely, Atlanta Hawks on SI's Jackson Caudell said Sunday. The proposed trade has the Lakers receiving Lauri Markkanen and Svi Mykhailiuk, the Utah Jazz getting Austin Reaves, Gabe Vincent, Maxi Kleber, Dalton Knecht, and 2 first-round picks, and the Atlanta Hawks would get Jared Vanderbilt. Markkanen is a fantastic offensive player who gives the Lakers more shooting and size. It is a steep price to pay, but the Lakers are all in on adding talent around Doncic and making this his team once James leaves. Caudell continued. The idea is focused on the team post-LeBron, and Markkanen would be a great running mate alongside Luka when that time comes. Just 3 seasons ago, Markkanen was the most improved player and averaged 25 points per game en route to being selected as an All-Star. He is a terrific off-ball mover and has the ability to be a catch-and-shoot threat, the ideal candidate for Doncic to be surrounded by. Reaves may be the odd man out, which is why this trade works so well. The Lakers could capitalize on his value now in case he becomes frustrated with his role in Los Angeles. Luka Doncic expected to sign extension with Lakers this weekend. Luka Doncic is expected to sign an extension with the Los Angeles Lakers this weekend, according to NBA insider Brett Siegel of Clutch Points. The Lakers can offer Doncic a 4-year, $222 million extension on August 2nd. It is widely expected that Luka Doncic will meet with Rob Pelinka and the Lakers brass upon his return to Los Angeles and officially sign a massive contract extension, league sources told Clutch Points, Siegel wrote. Doncic has 2 options at his disposal. The 5-time All-Star can sign a 4-year, $229 million extension or agree to a 2-year extension to get him to 10 years of service once the offseason of 2028 hits. Doncic can then sign a 5-year max contract at 35% of the salary cap to maximize his earnings. The Lakers signed DeAndre Ayton, Marcus Smart, and Jake LaRavia this offseason. Doncic recruited Ayton and Smart to the purple and gold. The Dallas Mavericks traded Doncic to the Lakers last season. Doncic averaged 28.2 points, 8.1 rebounds, and 7.5 assists with Los Angeles in the regular season and 30.2 points, 7.0 rebounds and 5.8 assists in the 2025 playoffs. The Lakers lost to the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round of the 2025 postseason in 5 games despite having Doncic and LeBron James. Los Angeles hasn't won a championship since 2020. Doncic enters next season with career averages of 28.6 points, 8.6 rebounds, and 8.2 assists with the Mavericks and Lakers. He's third in NBA history in points per game, trailing only Michael Jordan and the late great Wilt Chamberlain. A future Hall of Famer, Doncic has been to the NBA Finals once, losing to the Boston Celtics in 2024. Great players like Doncic are judged by how many championships they win. Since he's on the Lakers, the franchise with the second most rings, 17, in NBA history, Doncic is under immense pressure to win multiple titles. The Los Angeles Lakers are beginning to round out their roster as training camp approaches. In addition to signing former UNC star guard RJ Davis and two-time WCC Player of the Year Augustas Marciulionis, Los Angeles elected to add a historic 6'8" scorer to the equation to help Luka Doncic and LeBron James. The Los Angeles Lakers have signed guard RJ Davis, forward Eric Dixon, forward Arthur Kaluma, and guard Augustas Marciulionis, the franchise stated Saturday. Dixon joins the Lakers after spending 5 collegiate seasons at Villanova University, 2020-25. He was named to the All-Big East first team in 2024-25 after leading the NCAA with 23.3 points per game, while shooting 45.1% from the field and 40.7% from three-point range, along with 5.1 rebounds and 1.9 assists in 34.8 minutes. In a program record 162 career games, 141 starts, for the Wildcats, the Pennsylvania native averaged 14.3 points, 5.6 rebounds, and 1.4 assists in 27.5 minutes. Dixon earned All-Big East second-team honors following both his sophomore and junior seasons and departed Villanova as the school's all-time leading scorer. Due to a foot injury, there was uncertainty surrounding Dixon's status with the Lakers. The Villanova product agreed to a deal with the Lakers in late June after going undrafted, but Lakers Nation's Trevor Lane clarified that he wasn't officially a Laker. There are tweets and stuff with Shams Charania saying he agreed to a contract with the Lakers, but that's different than actually signing with the Los Angeles Lakers, Lane stated early Saturday. Although Dixon didn't compete with Los Angeles in the Summer League, he still managed to secure a deal with the franchise shortly after Lane's podcast episode. Dixon netted 2,314 points at Villanova, making him the program's most elite scorer. From gaining comfort as a pick-and-pop maestro to completing forceful downhill drives after getting defenders off balance, the Abington, Pennsylvania native got the job on the offensive end in various ways. Dixon will likely spend most of the 2025-26 season in the NBA G League, but he's an asset individuals should monitor closely as he begins his professional journey. Luka Doncic is going through insane workouts this summer. A motivated Luka Doncic is putting in the hours this summer to ensure he's his best version for the Lakers this upcoming season. Fans often see players posting workout videos on social media during the summer and hear athletes claiming to be in top shape as they enter a new NBA season. However, when it comes to Luka Doncic, there is some bite to go along with that bark. Earlier in the offseason, images circulated showing Luka looking noticeably slimmer. It turns out these pictures weren't just the camera hitting Luka at the right angles. He has completely revamped his workouts and diet to be his best self as a Laker. In an exclusive with Men's Health, details on Luka's new regimen were revealed. What the Luka haters have never seen is this: Doncic slogging through 2-a-days in Croatia while sticking to a gluten-free, low-sugar diet that includes at least 250 grams of protein and 1 almond milk-fueled shake a day. They never knew that Doncic had quietly constructed a fitness team several years ago to help enhance his very dangerous natural gifts. And they never realized how much he committed to training and diet this summer. Since June, Doncic has gone on an intermittent fasting plan designed to limit inflammation and help his body recover better. 6 days a week, he chokes down 2 high-protein meals and 1 protein shake, and he doesn't have that first meal until he's crushed his 90-minute morning workout. We've never heard of Luka having a strict diet and workouts of this caliber before. Instead, we've seen him looking a bit plump, and it's not hard to find images of him drinking beers and smoking hookah. Luka's affinity towards this kind of lifestyle and his lack of conditioning were some of the reasons Dallas did the unthinkable and traded him to Los Angeles mid-season. Doncic mentioned these criticisms would only motivate him more, and during his first offseason as a Laker, he certainly appears to be putting in the appropriate effort. Hearing how dedicated Luka is to his body this summer should be music to Lakers fans' ears. Last season, the Lakers fell well short of their goal, getting eliminated in the opening round of the playoffs by the Wolves. Afterwards, head coach J.J. Redick mentioned players on the Lakers needed to be in championship shape, and Luka got the message loud and clear. They say the best revenge is living well, and Luka appears to be ready to test that theory. If he comes into training camp in top shape and as motivated as ever, that gives him, the Lakers and even LeBron James the best chance to compete in a brutal Western Conference. Lakers can only laugh as Luka Doncic trade keeps aging like fine wine. 25. Last season, Dallas Mavericks general manager Nico Harrison looked at Luka Doncic, decided he was out of shape, injury-prone, and maybe a little too into post-game meals. Harrison hit the trade button in a shocking blockbuster deal. 5 months later, Doncic is gracing the cover of Men's Health. Seriously, if karma had a personal trainer, it might look like this. Nico Harrison really traded Luka Doncic away for being out of shape, and then 5 months later became the cover star for Men's Health. Obviously, I'm very competitive, Doncic told Men's Health magazine. This summer was just a little bit different, you know. It kind of motivated me to be even better. Doncic's colossal transformation is turning heads. While Dallas was moving on, Doncic was locking in. In Croatia, he followed a strict daily routine, 2 workouts a day, a gluten-free and low-sugar diet, and more than 250 grams of protein daily to rebuild his frame. He adopted intermittent fasting, cutting off meals at 8:30 p.m. and not eating again until noon. It is clear he does not just want a surface-level fix, he is fully committed to reshaping his body. Just visually, I would say my whole body looks better, Doncic said. Doncic's intense training shows how serious he is. Doncic is studying the training habits of Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. He is clearly motivated and locked in, and he is not just trying to get back, he is trying to dominate. Meanwhile, somewhere in Dallas, Harrison is probably Googling how to fix biggest trade regrets while flipping through Men's Health on his phone. The truth is, Dallas did not trade Doncic, they traded a version of him who was about to dominate. The Lakers got the real deal, a superstar with a new body, fresh motivation, and a massive chip on his shoulder. That is exactly the kind of player you just do not want to bet against. Painful Lakers truth changes things for Bronny James. When stock rises, another falls. It was not long ago that Dalton Knecht was considered the crown jewel of the Los Angeles Lakers' young core. Things can change fast in the NBA, and this summer, they have. After an up-and-down summer league, the hype around Knecht has cooled. Meanwhile, Bronny James has steadily gained ground, and according to Sam Vecenie of the Game Theory podcast, he might have passed Knecht altogether. I kind of just buy the athleticism and where he, Bronny, is in his developmental curve a little bit more, Vecenie said regarding who he would rather bet on long-term. That is a big statement. Especially when you consider that Knecht played in 78 games last season and was a regular part of the rotation. One summer league, 2 very different stories. Bronny barely saw the floor in comparison. Summer league gave both players a clean slate, and Bronny made the most of it. Over the course of his games, James averaged 14.2 points, 3.8 assists, and 2.8 boards, all while looking more confident and comfortable than ever. Knecht, on the other hand, struggled. While he had some promising moments last season, shooting over 37.6% from deep, his defensive lapses remain a concern, as they have not gone away. Dalton just really doesn't think the game defensively in the way he has to, Vecenie stated. Knecht's name is stuck in trade limbo. That is a big reason why Knecht's name keeps showing up in trade rumors. He was already nearly moved in a deal with Charlotte for Mark Williams, a trade that was eventually rescinded. Now the rumors have been circling again. This time, it looks like no team wants to pick up a call that involves his name. The painful truth for the Lakers is this: the young player the teams may want in a trade is not Knecht anymore, in fact, it is Bronny. Even though that is the case, trading Bronny is likely off the table, for obvious reasons. His development, his upside, and yes, the fact that his father is still, kind of, the face of the franchise, all matter. Lakers front office faces a difficult reality. That leaves the front office in a tricky spot. Knecht's value has dipped, and the dream of flipping him in a bigger deal is starting to fade. For now, he is likely staying put and maybe sliding down the depth chart. None of this was supposed to happen this quickly, but it has. Bronny is rising. The more he shines, the more Connect fades into the background. Both James could be traded for former number 1 pick. Doncic becomes face of Lakers in the 2024 NBA draft, allowing them to select Bronny James. This move would change NBA history, as they became the first father-slash-son duo to play together. Now, just 1 year later, Luka Doncic is a part of the same team and has seemingly taken over as the Lakers' top priority, so LeBron and Bronny could be shipped away because of it. With LeBron James perhaps mulling a split from the Los Angeles Lakers, it's only fair to wonder whether he might be hearing the Sirens song of South Beach again, Bleacher Report's Zach Buckley said Monday. The percentile chance of this coming to fruition may not be much, but it also doesn't feel like a total zero, so let's dissect both how and why a reunion could happen. Big picture, maybe this feels aggressive for a team that just won 37 games, but the wide-open East must look awfully inviting for this typically full-throttle front office. Plus, the Heat would lose little regarding their ambitious long-term plans, since James only has a single season left on his contract. The full trade would have the Miami Heat receiving LeBron, Bronny, and Dalton Connect, while the Lakers get Andrew Wiggins, Terry Rozier, Jamie Jaquez Jr., a first-round pick and a first-round pick swap. Although a reunion in Miami doesn't seem likely, the Heat have some expendable pieces. James first learned what it means to win a championship in Miami, which could have left a lasting impression that has him wanting to return. If Doncic takes over as the Lakers' priority, James may disregard his no-trade clause and force his way out to a preferred destination. Former 6'5" Lakers guard leaving NBA to play overseas. Discover it isn't working out in the big leagues, prompting them to make moves that'll help keep their respective professional careers afloat. A former 6'5" Los Angeles Lakers guard was predictably waived by the organization last Sunday. 4 days later, the 28-year-old elected to take his talents overseas instead of immediately searching for his next NBA gig. Official, Partizan BC have a new player in their roster and he is coming to the black and white team straight from the Lakers, the ABA League's official X/Twitter account wrote Thursday. Malik Benjamin Shake Milton joins the black and white on a 2-year deal. Milton competed with the Philadelphia 76ers for 5 seasons to begin his NBA journey before spending the 2023-24 campaign with 3 different organizations: Minnesota Timberwolves, Detroit Pistons, New York Knicks. While Milton began this past season with the Brooklyn Nets, the franchise included him in a trade to the Lakers in late December. The SMU product wasn't a game-changing contributor for Los Angeles in the 30 games he participated in, averaging 3.9 points on 43.3% field goal shooting and 29.4% three-point shooting. Milton has shown he's capable of being a legitimate NBA scoring threat, though. The former second-round pick contributed 13.0 points per game with the 76ers during the 2020-21 campaign, and efficiently averaged 20.6 points per contest in 9 2022-23 season outings when Philadelphia was riddled with injuries. If Milton plays his cards right overseas and regains his confidence, he could soon receive another opportunity in the most competitive basketball league in the world.